The last hour. It was a quiet, rainy evening when Sarah found the envelope. It was tucked into the crack of her door, as if someone had slipped it through without a sound. No return address, just her name, written in shaky handwriting. Her pulse quickened as she picked it up, her mind racing with possibilities. Who could it be from, and why leave it at her doorstep? She brought it inside and sat down at her kitchen table, carefully tearing open the top of the envelope. Inside was a single sheet of paper, hastily folded, with a message written in black ink. "You have 1 hour. Find the key before it's too late." Sarah's heart began to race. What did this mean? A key, and what was going to happen in 1 hour? She stood up, her mind spinning. She checked the time, 6:45 p.m. She had exactly 15 minutes until the clock struck 7. Her breath quickened as she tried to make sense of it all. She scanned her apartment, looking for any clues, but everything appeared normal. The silence was almost suffocating. Her eyes darted over to the hallway closet, where she kept her spare keys. She walked over and opened the door, but nothing seemed out of place. No key. Frustrated, she returned to the kitchen table and stared at the note again. Find the key before it's too late. She had no idea what she was looking for or where it could be. Her thoughts raced. There had to be something she was missing. Suddenly, a loud thump echoed from the living room. Sarah froze. Her pulse pounded in her ears as she stood perfectly still. The sound had come from the other side of her apartment, and she could have sworn it was the sound of footsteps. Her instincts screamed at her to hide, but she couldn't, not without finding out what was happening. She grabbed a kitchen knife from the drawer and slowly crept toward the living room. The floor creaked under her weight as she made her way down the hallway. When she reached the corner, she peered around it. No one but the window, the one overlooking the street, was wide open. Rain poured in, splattering against the floor. Sarah's heart skipped a beat. The only way anyone could have entered was through that window, but she was sure she had locked it earlier. She walked cautiously toward it, the knife gripped tightly in her hand. Then she noticed something odd, a small metal object sitting on the windowsill. She picked it up, realizing it was a key. It was old-fashioned, rusted, and worn, but unmistakably a key. Her eyes widened. Could this be the key from the note? Just then, she heard a voice behind her. "You shouldn't have found it." Sarah spun around, her breath caught in her throat. There, standing in the doorway, was a man. His face was obscured by the shadows, but his eyes gleamed with cold certainty. "Who are you?" she demanded, holding the key tightly. The man didn't answer. Instead, he stepped forward slowly. "You've already figured it out, haven't you? The clock is ticking and now it's too late." Sarah's breath caught in her throat as the final piece fell into place. The key wasn't for a door. It was for the locked room in her own mind, a place she had sealed off years ago, and one she had hoped to never revisit. The man smiled darkly. "Now the real game begins." Just as Sarah took a step back, the power went out, plunging the apartment into complete darkness.